morning, everybody. Welcome to New Jersey Motorsports Park. I am here this weekend racing in the American Endurance Racing Series in a 2014 MX-5 Cup with the guys from Road and Track. Should be a great weekend. And Audi has set me up with this A5 2.0T Quattro S-Line loaner for the weekend, honestly, just to get around. But I figured if someone is going to let me on a racetrack, I need to learn this track. I've only got about 6 laps in it in my life. And so I'm going to learn it in the A5, and I'm going to take you guys along with me and tell you dynamically how this car is. As tested, this thing is $52,000, and I'm going to cheat on the paper for a minute. Base price is $42,000, and that's for the Quattro. So this one comes with a $3,000 Premium Plus package, which is like xenon, LED, full LED headlights, not even xenon. The full power heated seats, nav, the Google Maps nav is super cool. You can get it in the gauge cluster, and you can endlessly configure this digital gauge cluster. It's really, really cool, actually. I'm a big fan of it. It's got the S-Line Sport package, which is the wheels and the trim, the side skirts, S-Line badges, and a sport suspension. $1,250 for that is actually quite a good value, if I'm honest. The Bang & Olufsen stereo with 3D surround, that's $950. And then the upgraded 19-inch S-Line wheel package with 255/35 summer tires. That brings you to $52,950. The design of the interior of this car has evolved. I really like the new steering wheel design, the gauge cluster, and the new dashboard design. I actually had a 2009 S5, which is not significantly different dimensionally or stylistically from this car, but they have evolved it. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And even as that design aged, it aged very well. So that all being said, we are going to go out on the track, and I have to put my helmet on and put the windows down, and don't worry, the sound will be okay because I got my microphone on this one. And even though this is only a 2-liter 2.0 turbo, it's 252 horsepower and 275 pounds of torque, which is pretty good out of a 2-liter. And so it might be kind of fun on the track. So this could be cool. It's a full open track day with race cars, and if I'm looking, there are quite a lot of race cars on the track right now. So this could be very interesting. So let's head on the track and see how she do. Okay, here we go. New Jersey Motorsports Park, Thunderbolt course. Quite a technical course. I'm sorry I have to drive with the windows down. I hope you guys are going to hear me pretty good. I think you should be able to. There are some very real race cars on this track right now. And one not so real one coming up behind me. I'm going to let him pass because it's hilarious. Old Mercury Cougar. There we go. Let's get him in view with the Lexan Aero. Fun little track. Reasonably flowy with some interesting decreasing radius corners. When I first got in this A5, I was a little bit on the disappointed side of the curve. In standard drive mode, it's a little sluggish. It's got kind of an economy tune, keeps you out of the boost. Although I was able to get 30 miles per gallon coming down here on the highway, which was pretty impressive for a big car like this. I don't know the exact weight. If I had to guess, I'd say 3,500 maybe. Steering is very light. This car's got the Audi Drive Select, so you can tailor the steering, the engine, gearbox to your liking, all the way from, there goes my parking receipt, all the way from full comfort to full sport. Although, that's an RX-7 off into the dirt. Although this does have the sport suspension, it's not dynamically adjustable, so Drive Select does not control the ride quality. It's still not super sport tuned. It's still a comfort-tuned suspension, but I like it for daily driving duty. Foot to the floor, there's 90, there's 100. I'm gonna pull over and give a point by to these race cars that are really going for it for lap times. Couple E36s.
We jokingly refer to AER as Spec E36 because there are quite a lot of them in this series. E30s and E36s are very popular. Over the crest. You know, this steering is very light, but for an Audi, which is they're not particularly known for steering feel, it actually has quite good feedback and good weight given the car's purpose. This receipt is going to drive me nuts. The brakes are a little soft because I ran about 6 laps earlier and it's very hot today. It's probably in the high 90s if I had to guess, with a zillion% humidity. Super, super steamy out there. And so these brakes are taking a beating today. But they're hanging in there. The pedal's talking to me. Rolling over on that front edge. I'm going to give this Cayman a little point by here. He's riding my bum. We'll see if we can't chase him. 987 model Cayman. He's riding the inside line there. License plate enhance. Actually changes direction pretty good. As with most Audis, it defaults to understeer, but that doesn't mean it isn't kind of fun to drive. For the smallest available engine in this car, it actually kind of scoots. What it lacks in ultimate drag racing horsepower, you know, kind of makes up for it in agility. It feels pretty nimble, feels pretty light on its feet. The controls are pretty good. That was 115 for the front straight there. Not so bad. That's probably about what I'll see in our MX-5 Cup race car, actually. Get down! Get down! Tires are talking to me. It's actually not a bad piece of hardware, this thing. It's not cheap at 53 grand, but you could take off some of the luxury options and bring that price right down. I don't think it's unreasonably expensive. I've seen, you know, BMW 328s that go down into way up into the 50s, or even the $60,000 range in certain cases. I will say that this engine, functional as it is, it gets the job done. It's not particularly inspiring. It isn't particularly inspiring in the Volkswagens, and it's not particularly inspiring in this Audi. It doesn't really make a great sound. What you do get is a pretty wonderful dual clutch gearbox that is very responsive, really quick shifts, practically seamless even. Yep, there's some understeer. That front left tire is definitely getting its work done today. More right corners here than lefts, and so that front right is working hard. One more lap and then we can call that a video, huh? Woo! I'm actually quite a bit more impressed with this car than I thought I would be. 117 there, and I am braking at the 5, but my brakes are getting pretty hot, as is my my front left tire. There was a proper race car. I imagine I'll be giving him a point by in about 2 corners. That Cayman, you know, considering that car's purpose versus this car's purpose, that Cayman hasn't made a ton of ground on me in the last lap. Oh boy, are the brakes getting hot now. Yeah, they are. So I think we found the heat and fade threshold for this particular pad fluid combo is about 10 laps. 10 laps is what you're going to get out of this stock stuff. Now, I think the hardware itself is actually pretty good. I don't think you need a big brake kit or anything like that. The hardware is good. Pads and fluid will probably go a long way in this car as regards to thermal management. And I'm not really suggesting this is an excellent choice for a track car. I am saying, though, that if you occasionally wanted to go out and do some laps or drive in a sporting manner, the car is fairly responsive. It does like to move back and forth. It does go where you point it. It defaults to understeer, which is safe. And we're going to go in here. Wave to our crew. You know, honestly, this is not a bad little package. It's got quite a lot of luxury features. The seats are comfortable. It's roomy, at least in the front seat. It does have a big trunk. I fit quite a lot of gear in the trunk on the way down here, and that was good. I mean, this is, you know, fundamentally, this is a luxury commuter car. It is not a race car or a track car, but it can actually hang quite a little bit on the racetrack. You know, I let a few race cars go by, but, you know, it did a little better than I expected. And thank you. And to go out and to learn New Jersey Motorsports Park, learn a new track before I go drive it in the race car, I think having this here helped immensely with that. So thank you to Audi for lending me the car. I do appreciate it. I'm sorry about your left front tire. Fortunately, they're square, so we can rotate. And that was very good. Actually, I think I would recommend one of these. This is nice. And I'm gonna go race. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.